What is going on, everyone? We want to thank you guys for tuning in into the Refs Call show, which is a podcast for the Chicago Bulls. I know I have not been on for a while going on over a month. I do apologize about that, but I did not know that I would be getting this many games during the season. Um, Word from my commissioner is that they really are trying to push me to that next level being college basketball. So they've been giving me some good games, a lot of tournaments during the season, and it's been fun. I've been learning a lot from a lot of veterans. Some of those veterans who are prior Division 1 referees, so it's been cool. So that's what's been going on with me. That's why I haven't been on. But I do have some good stuff lined up for you guys as the season. We're in the home stretch of varsity basketball season, so no, I'm looking forward to that. I'm definitely looking forward to that. As the playoffs get here, I'll possibly have my first playoff game. So that's going to be interesting. But you know why we're here, man. We're going to talk about the Bulls very briefly. Then we're going to talk about this trade that set the NBA on fire. You feel me? We're going to get that squared away. So the Bulls, the Chicago Bulls are what they are, man. We kind of talked about this at the beginning of the season. Ain't nothing really popping off with the Chicago Bulls. I do hate the fact that Zach Levine and Nikola Vucevic did not make the All Star roster. I thought at least one of those guys were going to make it, but hey, it is what it is with that. So ain't not much we can do about that, right? But they are having a great season, one of the better seasons of their years. I mean, Nikola Vucevic, he's being the 19 and 20 guy, 19 points. I'm sorry, 19 and 10 guy, 19 points, 10 rebounds, easy. You know what I'm saying? He can do that in his sleep. Uh, Zach Levine catching about 24 points this year. So I mean, he's being one of the best shooting guards as he's always been. Without injury, he is a force offensively, right? So we are excited about that for the Bulls, but unfortunately, we are 10th in the East. And let me get those squared. Let me get that pulled up for you guys. If I can share my screen real quick. It's been a while. Like I said, I'm a little rusty, man. So just bear with me because I had a tournament yesterday I was refereeing at, and I didn't get home until about 9:30 last night. It was a great time though, man. We had a kid hit a buzzer beater to win the game, a tied game. So it was really cool to see that. I had my first double overtime game in the season as well, so that was cool. But we're here to talk about the Bulls. So this is where we are right now with the Chicago Bulls. We are 10th in the East, as you guys can see. We got the Cleveland Cavaliers at the top at 39-9. It's looking like they're going to win the East, which is surprising because the Boston Celtics, they were the number one seed and they went to the NBA Finals. All right, then we got the New York Knicks, Indiana Pacers, Milwaukee Bucks, Miami Heat, and then you get to this play-in area right here. These play-in standings. You got Detroit, Orlando, Atlanta, and Chicago. Right now, we ain't looking too hot for the Bulls when it gets to the play-in. We're kind of where I thought we was going to be, around that 8 to 10 spot. But it is what it is, man. Looks like we got where he's at. My boy Julius. We'll add him to the stage. What up,
Yo, what's
Julius? How
going
you
on?
doing, bro?
What up? I'm good, man. How you doing, man?
Not much, man. I've been good, bro. Tired, a
Yeah.
lot of basketball, a lot of basketball. But other than that, man, I've been good, bro. How's the family?
The family's good, man. They good, man. We just been chilling, man. Just it's busy. I stay busy. You know what I'm saying? So trying to change my background. I've stayed busy with the kids and
Yeah,
everything else, but it's been all right, man. Steady grind, man. How's your family?
yeah, yeah. Everybody's well, man. My wife is great. She's out grocery shopping because she's gonna cook dinner tonight. Um, Other than that, that's about it. Same old, same old. So,
That's what's up, man.
but hey, man, Chicago Bears aside, hey,
Yeah,
the NBA
that was
it got
crazy.
set on fire last night, bro.
Out of man, that was crazy. That I don't even know. I don't even have words really. I don't even know what to say. That was the wildest thing I've ever seen.
Yeah, man. I Like I said, I was up here in my spare room, which I'm recording from.
Mm-hmm.
and I was on the game with my guys who was playing Call of Duty. When I got home from the basketball tournament, I had the ref, and I'm up here. I got my glass of wine. I'm chilling. We laughing,
Mm-hmm.
joking. Then I see this ticker come across my phone, and I'm like, nah, no way. I only had one glass of wine. Like, come on now, what's going on? And
Mm-hmm.
lo and behold, is Luka Doncic has been traded to the Los Angeles Lakers
Wow.
for Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a draft pick.
Yeah, that was
Bro,
crazy. That was crazy.
I mean, it, yeah. So what are your thoughts on the trade?
Um, man. Well, first, I like you. I just happened to be on Twitter. I think I was me and Elise and Isaiah were messaging. I just happened to look and I see Shams. And I see his tweet. I'm like, what is Luca traded? I'm like, what are they talking about? And so I go on his page and I'm like,
Yeah,
and he's like, no, this is real. I was like, oh my goodness, this is crazy. Like, and at
yeah,
first, I couldn't really process it because I'm trying to figure out what made Dallas decide to move off of Luca. You know what I'm saying? Like, what made
yeah,
them, you know what I'm saying? I was trying to figure that out all night when I was still woke. And then, like, this morning, I was just like, it's still kind of confusing, but then I try to think of it as basketball terms, right? Like, what would make it make sense? Well,
hmm
if you look at it, Kyrie and Luca both dominate the ball. And then you add in Spencer
yeah,
Dinwiddie, all three of them need the ball a lot.
right.
So, and Luca dominates the ball way more than Kyrie and Spencer Dinwiddie. So it's like, okay, I can see
He
that
does.
aspect because they don't need, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you can only go so far with that type of basketball. I mean, it's not gonna. I mean, yeah, they made it to the finals, but I just don't feel like that's
hmm
sustainable long term. But then you look at, okay, they trade for Anthony Davis. Well, Anthony
hmm
Davis doesn't need the ball. He can go back to playing the four, and he doesn't
hmm
have to really dominate and control the paint. You know what I'm saying? Like, he can roam around. He could be a
hmm
disruptor because he got Lively back there. So now they got a mismatch because now you got Anthony Davis at the four, you got Lively at the five, you got Dinwiddie and Kyrie out there, and then whoever else they want to throw out there. So their lineup is way
Yeah.
more balanced than it is when they had Luca. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
And then I saw earlier they was talking about Luca.
I
You know, he's
agree.
talking about his conditioning. You know what I'm saying? Like, so this is like the third year in a row that they said something about Luca conditioning. I mean, how many times they got to tell you, your condition is
hmm
terrible? I don't care who you are. If you could be the best player in the league, but they keep telling you, hey dog, your condition is a problem, and you just refuse to do it. I mean, what do they? I mean, you kind of put them in the
Yeah,
bind. You this great superstar player, but yet
yeah,
you refuse to come in shape. Like, and you play. Everybody knows Luca don't really play
yeah.
no defense. The nigga's a cone. Excuse me, he's a cone out there.
At
Damn
all.
near. You know what I'm saying?
hmm
So, and to me, they're better team wise. Individually, yeah, they're better with Luca, but team wise, nah, they're better with Anthony Davis. You ask me, they're
Yeah,
more.
I agree, man.
Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I think I got some lagging going on my internet. I think I may have too much going on in this room, all this connection going on. But I think it's more in the Mavericks' favor on this trade because, like I said, now the ball can be balanced. You got Kyrie and Anthony Davis who can go off for 30 points easy,
Mm-hmm,
right? And now Anthony Davis can move to that power forward position or the four is what everybody likes to say
mm-hmm,
now. You can have
mm-hmm.
Daniel Gafford at the five. You got
Yep,
Klay
Gafford.
Thompson
Yeah.
at the three or the small forward position.
Mm-hmm,
And as a result, now you don't have someone that is as ball dominant as Luca.
mm-hmm,
Not now. Don't get me wrong. They went to the finals with him last year, so it could have worked had they would have kept that team together. but it does make you raise an eyebrow and say, did the Mavericks come out as a better team? You know, in my opinion, yes. Now the Lakers, they mailed in the season with this move. The Lakers,
Yeah.
yeah, they done mailed it in.
Hmm.
It's all about
I
ratings and
agree.
money for them now, because
Hmm.
LeBron and Luca and Bronny, I mean, that's must TV. And then I think they have a matchup coming up in the middle of the month of February. Shout out to all of my black brothers and sisters. Happy Black History Month.
Hmm. Yep.
People speculating with the Lakers, are they going to bring Nikola Vucevic or
Mm.
another big, because now they don't have any defense.
Hmm.
They don't have much defense at all. So it'll be interesting
None.
to see how that goes, man.
Yeah, I think this move is for getting ready for Braun to leave or retire.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? Because they gotta.
I
If
agree.
Bryant,
Hmm.
for as good as Anthony Davis is, he don't want to be the guy. He don't. He didn't show us that. He
Yeah.
didn't told you. I don't know how many times he got to show it with his the way he moves and stuff. He don't want to be the guy. He's fine with being the second or third guy, but the man, nah,
Hmm.
he don't want that. He don't want that, and that's fine because
Yeah.
regardless his skill, he's still top five in the NBA. Best top five player in the league, bar none. When he's healthy, it
Oh,
ain't too
for
many
sure.
people better than Anthony Davis. You could, and that's not, and I'm not, and I know some people might be like, oh, well, he stay hurt. Listen, if he is not, if we take everybody and put them 100% healthy, he is top five easily. Not even a question in my mind.
Hmm.
Top five easily. He could be top two if
I
he want to
agree.
be. Like he's that damn good, but it's just obviously he can't stay healthy. But I think for him, again, he don't
Hmm.
have to really go down there and bang, knock around with them big dudes and just, you know what I'm saying? He could play the four, which he is a matchup nightmare. Like seriously, who's gonna guard him
Yeah.
on any given night? He
Hmm.
gonna have the advantage every single night. You know what I'm saying? It's just like
Every night.
every night. It's think about it. Jokic dominates every night because there's not too many centers that can guard him. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
So when you had that type of matchup nightmare, the Mavericks are scary, man, for real. With
Yeah,
them
they really
healthy.
are. I'm with you on that one, man. I'm with you on that one. They are really scary now. And if they got to the finals with Kyrie and Luca leading the way, because if you think about it, the Mavericks, they did not lose scoring, because
Mm-hmm.
Anthony Davis can put up 30 points easy,
Mm-hmm.
easy, and then grab you 10 rebounds and can play defense down low. But now he doesn't have to work as hard on defense because now you have Daniel Gafford being his backup guy.
And
So, like,
Lively's right there.
exactly. So they got the bigs down low to compete because they need that in the West. They need
Mm-hmm.
that. You're not going to beat the OKCs of the world. You're not going to beat the
Mm-hmm.
Denvers of the world with not having enough big men to work with those guys down low. You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I'm with you on that one, man. And it's weird because if they're talking about Luca's conditioning, right? And this
Mm-hmm.
has been a thing, and they're saying, Luca, you got to get better with that. And he's already averaging the points that he's averaging without any defense.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine if he were to take his conditioning serious.
Exactly.
So it would be unreal, man.
Right. And that's the
Unreal.
thing. So think about it. If you asking you know what I'm saying? You asking the same guy to do it, you know what he looks like when he ain't in shape. So imagine if he gets in shape like, let's say if he got
Hmm.
crazy in shape like a Mike or a Kobe or LeBron, he's gonna dominate. Who's gonna
Hmm.
stop him on the offensive end? Who?
Yeah.
There's not a person in the NBA that could probably check him one on one if he's in shape.
Yeah.
Like that's being serious. Like Luca's that raw.
Hmm.
Like I'm not a Luca fan, but he that raw. Like for real, for real. You know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah.
you ain't
And he's only
speeding him up.
25.
Right. You're not
Right.
speeding him up. He doing what he want to do when he wants to do it. He can hit you with a step back. He can go to the hole. He can post you up. Anything he want to do offensively, he can do it. But again,
Hmm.
how you can't sustain that if you just out of shape the whole time. Because then you can't really do nothing on
Yeah.
defensive end. And anybody that knows that plays defense knows defense playing defense and you not in shape, you're gonna be out there winded. And how many times y'all didn't seen Luke over there with his hands on his knees over there hurting? Well, dude,
Yep.
you're the offense, and then you gotta come down and play a little defense, and you out of shape. Oh, bro, you done. By the end of the game, you're done. Toast. So,
Mm-hmm.
but I like, but
I agree,
Dallas.
man. I agree. And
Oh, go ahead.
now go ahead.
No, I was gonna say Dallas is like Miami. Like it took exposure damn near half the season to find out start where with Bam, and now it's like Ware can shoot the three, he can catch a lob, he can get his own shot down around the paint. And then Bam is just like you didn't unlock Bam. Bam went for 30 and 18 last night on 12 or 17 shooting, game winner. Like
Mm.
you can't. Most of these people can't. And we grew up in the era where people play defense. Most of these dudes don't play defense like that. So yeah, that's why I say Dallas is they scary because they have a lineup that's gonna be hard to adjust to. It's the same reason when Aaron Gordon was going crazy. Like, how do you stop that? You got him and Jokic. How do you stop that?
Yeah.
You know what
Yeah.
I'm saying?
Yeah. I agree, man. It's is is it's funny because you look at the interview that Jason Kidd did with the GM of the Mavericks, and Jason Kidd didn't even know this trade happened.
Mm.
Didn't even know.
Mm-hmm.
And you can see his body language during the press conference, and he's like, dude, he just hung his head. And it's one of those things that it's like, why?
Mm-hmm.
Why? This guy was your franchise.
Yep.
Franchise guy. And now he's not eligible for the Supermax deal, which I'm pretty sure he's not that much worried about because the talent that he is, he's going to get the money regardless, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I don't
He gonna
think
make
that's
it up.
much of a big deal. Yeah, he's going to make that up. I mean, but it's still, 300 plus $1 million. But it's not that big of a deal. But it just a head scratcher because, like I said again, it's just a franchise guy.
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, they made out good though.
They
Kyrie and
did.
AD and those guys, you cannot go wrong with that, man.
Mm-hmm.
You can't go wrong with that. So I'm definitely interested to see. Now, I got a question for you, Julius. Do you think
Mm-hmm.
the Bulls make a trade?
I don't know, man. Do they need to? Yes. They gotta move Patrick Williams, man. I'm sorry. They do
I
gotta go.
agree. I
He
agree.
gotta go. Like he's not gonna be Patrick Williams is gonna be one of them journeymen, in my opinion. Like he has talent,
Yeah.
but he's never gonna be what you think he can be. That's just not who he is. It is what it is.
Yeah.
He gonna average
Yeah.
probably 8-9 points a game, maybe a couple of rebounds,
Hmm.
play good tough defense, but he's never gonna be what you need. Um,
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know, man. Like, cause you could trade Zach, but what you gonna get back for him?
Yeah.
And see, and I think we talked about this a couple times in spaces. Like Zach has the talent, but it's something that I've been saying, and me and you talked about it before. Until the Bulls had a real point guard, they were never gonna get the best version of Zach. And now you see the best version of Zach. Now that
Hmm.
they finally got 2 point guards, and it's like
Yep.
it took y'all 3 years to finally decide, oh, we're gonna get another point guard. Like a blind man that knows basketball can say Zach LaVine should not have the ball in his hands that much. He should get two,
Hmm.
three dribbles, go. You know what I'm saying? But it's like they want him
Yep.
to have the ball in his hands. That's not his game. You guys him to
It's
do
not.
something he is terrible at. So
Yeah.
I don't know,
I
man.
don't. Yeah, I'm with you on that one, man, because it all goes back to when Lonzo got hurt, and I think that we
Mm-hmm.
had the guards. They realized it for a sense, or in a sense, because they brought in Dragic, they brought in Patrick Beverly.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, but those are the type of guys to take you over the next level. You don't want them being your go-to point guard.
Yeah.
That's just what it is. They're role players, and they're very good at it. And now Dragic is out of the league, and Patrick Beverly is out of the league. So it kind of showed you where they were at that point in the career that we brought them in. So
Mm-hmm.
um, I think the contract that we gave Levine at the time kind of
Yes.
our hurt us in the trade market because nobody wanted that, especially at the time when he got hurt. Nobody wanted it because you didn't know. Our best asset, honestly, is Vucevic, and I think
I agree.
our best chance to move away from him was in the off season. Granted, I
Mm-hmm.
love Vooch.
Me
He's a
too.
premier big man in the league,
Love him.
but we're not going anywhere. So get what you can for him. Patrick Williams, it is just not there, bro. It's
Mm-hmm.
just not. It's not working out because we're not seeing progression. We're not. He's still somewhat of the same player he's been since
Mm-hmm.
year two. And so with Kobe White, there was progression. With Ayo, there was progression. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? With
Mm-hmm.
Patrick Williams, we're not seeing it. And unfortunately, he's more of the same in the NBA. But his size and his because he's not a terrible player.
Nope.
He's not terrible, but he leaves you wanting more, a
Mm-hmm.
lot more. And
Mm-hmm.
so because he doesn't really excel at anything outside of his physicality and that being the
Exactly.
size that he is at his age. So,
Mm-hmm.
and unfortunately, that comes a dime a dozen in the NBA.
Mm-hmm.
So, it'll be interesting to
Nah.
see. I really would love. Go ahead.
No, I was gonna say you put him on a team like if you put him on a team like how Philadelphia has what's his name, Yabusele? Is that how you say
Hmm.
his name? He could be like that. You put him
Right.
on like you put him on Charlotte, they gone. They gone. They off and
Right.
running. Because you free up Miles Bridges and LaMelo to do what they want to do.
Hmm.
But now you can't. Now Miles Bridges, he got to score 25 points a game and guard your best player.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Yeah, you put
Yeah.
you Charlotte. He would be perfect for Charlotte because then that, like I said, he can go do that. He can do dirty work, all that stuff. He's good enough to give you a little something, and then he just frees up. He frees up their whole team. Honestly.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I agree because we're 10th in the East.
Mm-hmm.
Like, come on, man. The season is basically a lot of us fans shaking our heads like, what are we doing?
Mm-hmm.
Why are you wasting our time? We're going to get to the play in. We may win, both games to get to the playoffs, but we're not beating the Cavaliers. We're not beating the Celtics. We're not beating the Knicks. We're not even beating the Magic. All right, like we're not going anywhere, and so
Mm-hmm.
this is why I would love for the Bulls to just completely blow it up. Thank Billy
Mm-hmm.
Donovan for his services. Go out and find a coach that can really cultivate this talent that you're going to bring in because you're going to bring in a lot of younger guys. And this
Mm-hmm.
is why I wanted the Bulls to really go and get Ime Udoka when he was available at the time because I said, hey, his, you know, the whole situation that happened at Boston,
Mm-hmm.
you know, that aside, the type of coach that he is, you do not let that just linger around for grabs.
Yeah.
And it's showing in Houston because he has those young guys playing, and now they're going to be in the playoffs. Come the summer. So,
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
so it'll be interesting to see what happens and what we do as far as a coach because I don't think Billy Donovan will be here much longer. But then again, I don't know. This is the Chicago Bulls, man. So they make a lot of head scratching moves. So
It's a
and
Chicago
be
team. We like to hold on to coaches a year too long. We yeah.
a year too long. Yeah, and I know for a fact you and Elise talked about
Mhm.
that tremendously on the Bears side of the Race Drew Joint Network,
Let me
bro.
tell you something. When the Bears fired David Ross, at first I was like, dang, I like Rossi, but then when I thought I was like, yes, thank God, because we ain't going nowhere with
Yeah.
him. Why?
Hmm.
Like, why we keep it? Yeah, it's the same. It's just like the Blackhawks. You should
Yeah.
have fired my man in the offseason. You gonna wait until the
Hmm.
end of the season? You couldn't tell that he wasn't good enough.
Right.
In 3 years, it took you.
Right.
Oh, come on, man. Like that's so. I don't again. Like Billy Donovan probably gonna be here till the end of the year. They'll
Hmm.
wait around and then get somebody else. And hope I mean whoever they get, hopefully he's good enough because the Bulls definitely have talent. I wish Lonzo would have never got hurt because I think
Yeah.
that like you have Lonzo at the one. They were gonna be tough
Yeah.
because they can get up and down. They play really good defense. It was like they were all connected, and you don't see that
Hmm.
a lot of times. So it's one of them what ifs. Like, dang, if he wouldn't have got hurt, the Bulls would have been tough, man.
Yeah, we were number one in the East for a very short period of time, and
Hmm.
Lonzo was our point guard of the future. We had the two and the three, and DeMar
Hmm.
and Levine, and this is one thing I want to talk about to certain Bulls fans because everybody is saying that DeRozan kind of hurt the offense, given how Levine has taken off now. No, that is not what happened because when everybody was fully healthy, nobody was touching the Bulls
Hmm.
offensively or defensively. We were top 10 in both categories. What happened when Lonzo got hurt, that's when DeRozan had to become more of an ISO player because we didn't have the guards to really run the offense.
Hmm.
And of course, Levine was still dealing with his injuries. And so now people are trying to make it seem like DeRozan really hurt the team, didn't help. No, that wasn't the case, man. It was, I mean,
So
it was this. Go ahead.
no, I was gonna say, but think about it. If you're really being honest with yourself, so the season after Lonzo got hurt, that next season, y'all remember they tried to put Zach on the ball. Remember that.
Yep. Hmm.
A lot of y'all gonna forget that and try to blame DeRozan. They put Zach on the ball and they struggled.
And he is
When
not
did
a ball
they
handler.
when did they take off? When DeRozan started getting on the ball. Towards the end of that year,
Yep.
going into the new year, he hit back-to-back game winners. Am I wrong? You know what I'm saying? When he had the ball. So DeRozan had to become the de
Yep.
facto
You're
point
right.
guard because Zach was a turnover machine. And he wasn't his efficiency rating was down, all that stuff. I don't be
Yeah.
in the stats, but I just know a little bit. But Zach was not the player he is now that when he had to be
Hmm.
dominating the ball. So yeah, you could say saying that DeRozan was a
Right.
problem. No, Zach was a problem because you asked him to do something he can't
Right.
do. And what the Bulls should did, what we said a couple
Right.
minutes ago, you should have got a real point guard, not
Hmm.
Dragic or Beverly. No disrespect to them, but that's not who they are. You should have got you a better
Right.
point guard, like you or traded for somebody, like you know what I'm saying, like
Right.
you. Mm, yeah.
Yeah. That and also or retool the philosophy of the team, Billy Donovan.
Mm-hmm.
Run the
Mm-hmm.
offense through Vooch because he is the key
Bro.
factor in everything that has been working for us. You see how Denver runs the offense through Jokic. Not saying that Vucevic is Jokic, but you can now have an inside out offense. So that way Zach does not have to be ball dominant.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And it's easier for the reserve guards that you have now as starting guards, and
Mm-hmm.
also your younger guards and Ayo and Kobe, who will still be coming into their own or still coming into their own
Yes.
as
Mm-hmm.
professionals.
Mm-hmm.
So there were ways that we could have gone about it to kind of salvage what we had, barring injury and everything. But it's easy to kind of say shoulda, coulda, wouldas. But you and I
Mm-hmm.
and so many other smart Bulls fans, we see
Mm-hmm.
it's time, man. The writing is on the wall. We got to
So
go young again. We got to go young again, unfortunately.
mm-hmm.
And it's unfortunate, man, because that Bulls team was special.
They
That
were.
Bulls team brought excitement back to the United Center, and it was something that we haven't had since, honestly, the the Derrick Rose years,
Mm-hmm.
the Joakim Noah, Nate Robinson years. Where we knew we weren't title contenders, but we made it tough for anybody that we played against. So
Mm-hmm.
so it's time, man. It's time. But I want to ask you,
Mm-hmm.
since we're talking about the Lakers and the Mavericks, your thoughts on Bronny?
I mean, he decent. He better than I thought he was gonna be. I ain't gonna lie to you. I didn't think
Yeah,
he would be. I felt like maybe he was overhyped, but he's put the work in. Congrats to him because he didn't worked his tail off. So I
yeah,
got I got newfound respect for Bronny because he could have just rolled his daddy's wave easily,
yeah,
but he's put the work. You can see he put the work in. So and
yeah,
he when he go to G League, he dominating. So it's like okay, so he's good enough to be in the NBA. Now, will he ever be? I don't know, one of the 50 best players in the league? Probably not. But he'll stick around for a while. He'll
Yeah.
stick around for a while now. But I
Yeah,
don't
I
think
agree.
you know what I'm saying? Like I don't think he'll ever reach like star level or anything like that. He'll be a solid role player. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah.
hey.
Yeah, I see Bronny, unfortunately, as a guy that you bring in when the game is out of reach if you're trailing or if you're up.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't really move the needle, so to speak, but that's okay because he's young and he's also
Mm-hmm.
extremely raw, and it
Mm-hmm.
shows
Yeah.
because the 76ers when what they did to Bronny, that's all on coaching, man. That's
Yeah.
all on coaching. That was
They
awful. And
they picking
so,
on that man. They picking on that young man.
bruh,
But that's what you're supposed to do though. That's what you're
exactly.
supposed to do.
You
Close the
supposed to
door.
eat your food.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I want to get your thoughts on that. Given about the Lakers because now they have LeBron, they
Mm-hmm.
have Austin Reeves, they have what's my man name, Kaminga,
No, they
and
got
so
they connect. They got connect.
Connect. That's right, not Kaminga.
Connect. Connect. They got a couple other people, man. Um,
Yeah,
Reeves,
Hachimura. Yeah,
Achimura, yeah. Reeves, Connect, Achimura. They got Gabe Vincent coming off the bench or starting every
yeah,
now and then. They got a solid little team, but they ain't really gonna do a whole lot.
nah,
Because if I'm not mistaken, Luca's still hurt anyway.
yeah, yeah, he is,
So now it's gonna be. I mean, they're what they won 4 out of their last 5 since Anthony Davis
yeah,
been hurt. But we
yeah,
all know like that's not gonna. I don't think that's sustainable. Um, I don't know, man. It's. I think like you said earlier, the Lakers didn't mail it in. They said forget it.
yeah.
It's done. I think they just gonna start making trades for the future. Getting ready for Bron to walk out the door. Um, I don't know, man. It wouldn't surprise me if they
Hmm.
didn't try to trade Bron. Or Bron be like, hey, I want to go somewhere else. You know? Yeah, they let him get another
You
superstar,
know
but
what?
you
They
gotta.
they have talked about that, and they mentioned.
Oh, go ahead, bro. I'm sorry.
Hold on, hold on. Got some lagging going on here.
Yeah.
Can you hear Julius?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you just fine.
Okay, okay.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
No, I was just saying. I was reading what Isaiah was saying. They let him get another superstar, but you got to
Mm,
understand this. See, this is the thing about LeBron, right? I watch Miami is my other team. I watch Miami is my team that I watch mostly, and the Bulls. But I ain't watch the Bulls because this whole CHSN crap they got going on with Comcast. But whatever. But the
yeah.
problem with LeBron is he gonna take the ball away from Luca. Y'all know this. So are you gonna see the same Luca? No, you're not. Because LeBron's gonna
Nope.
dominate the ball. That's what he does. He's done it his whole career. Why do you think some people?
Yep.
It's think about this, man. Why in the world would a person? I saw a podcast. I saw a podcast. This dude said Chris Bosh is just a. What did he say? He compared him to somebody. I can't remember who it was, man. It was somebody just. I'm trying to remember who he said, man. I don't think it was Lively or something, but he tried to say like he's just as good as that dude. I'm like, bro. First of all, Chris Bosh is a Hall of Famer now. He is
Yep.
one of the greatest NBA players ever, and you trying to
Yep.
compare them to some dude that can barely even score 10 points a game? Like, what are we
And
talking about?
right, and Chris Bosh was the face of the Raptors after they let go of Vince Carter and traded him
Mm-hmm.
to the New Jersey Nets. They
Yeah,
needed another superstar because they did not know which way they were going to go. They drafted
correct.
Chris Bosh from Georgia Tech, and he came in and was
Mm-hmm.
who can I
Dominant.
compare him to now? Who can I compare
Right
Chris Bosh
now,
to? Chris Prime Chris Bosh. Who reminds you of Prime Chris Bosh?
let me think. Uh, right now. Who would I say?
Could you say
Oh
Bam
man,
Adebayo?
I was gonna say Bam. You read my mind. Bam.
You
And
could
that's the
you
thing
could
that
say
that
Bam.
I can say that Bam and see Bam. See this thing. People look at Bam. They like, oh, he can't really. He don't. He's not consistent. You're right because Bam is not. Bama is like Bosch. They're not aggressive. Like
Right.
they're not ball dominant guys, but they do everything else. You know what I'm
Mm-hmm.
saying? So that's the thing that people forget. Everybody's like, oh, he didn't do a lot on the Heat. Yes, he did. You just didn't watch the Heat. I watched the Heat
Right.
almost every game for them 4 years. Because I'm a Dwayne Wade fan. I've been watching Heat since '06. So I watched every game. And people like, well, how can you not like Bron? Because I saw what Bron did. There was
Yeah.
times that the team would just stand still and this dude would just dominate the ball and they go for
Mm-hmm.
lows for like 6 minutes not scoring. They like, well, Bron's doing everything. Yeah, he got the ball in his hands 95% of the time. Nobody else touching the
Mm-hmm.
ball. So then you looking at Chris Bosh like he's not scoring. Bro, Dwayne Wade, Chris Bosh, everybody else's numbers went down. LeBron's numbers went up. And they had to
Yep.
because guess what? He cannot play off the ball. Period. So Chris Bosh had to learn. Well, I'm not gonna say had to learn. He had to extend his range out to the 3 point line.
Mm-hmm.
He had to become more efficient because he didn't get the ball as often. But
Right.
then his defense and his rebounding went up. But
Yep.
you can't tell people that because everybody look at stats. Like, come on, man. We gotta stop looking at stats
Yeah.
and thinking that
And Chris
tells the whole
Bosh.
story.
Yeah. And Chris Bosh was an all-around player. He did everything. He was a three-level scorer in his prime,
They
and
don't
he
win
had to
without Chris
cut that
Bosh, bro.
point. Right. Exactly. And so it's going to be interesting because I've always said that LeBron should have always developed a back to the basket game
Mm-hmm.
as he got older.
Mm-hmm.
Get to that low block. You have the point guard run the offense. You can be the secondary point guard. They bring
Correct.
that ball down court. You run your half court set, and you can direct the offense from the low block. A lot like how Jordan
Right.
did. A lot like how Kobe did.
Mm-hmm.
But offensively, he's not that much of a unless
No.
he's driving to the basket. He ain't. That's not LeBron's skill, but he's so physically dominant
Yep.
that you're not stopping him. So
And then see that was the thing. So you remember when they played Indiana, how
hmm
Indiana gave them problems? It's because they knew, okay, we're just gonna close the lane off. We're not gonna let you
Yep.
drive.
Yep.
You're gonna have to use everybody else. So what happened? Yeah, everybody else was struggling at first, but then guess who else? Guess who came in there and showed out? Udonis Haslam. You know why Udonis Haslam showed out? Because he has a mid-range jumper, and you got to
hmm
respect that. So he brought Roy Hibbert out, and then because David West had to go guard Bosh because Roy
Yep.
Hibbert couldn't guard Bosh, so you take David West away from the basket. So that you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But
I
when
agree.
LeBron was just driving to the hole, yeah, they were easy to stop. It was like, okay, let him go because everybody else ain't getting nothing.
So yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how this plays out for the Lakers, man. But I think everybody knows that this is a move for their future, and this is them somewhat just
Mm-hmm.
mailing in the season. We just going to make as much money off of this trade as we can, possibly. I mean, the revenue is going to be crazy. Jersey sales are going to be insane. It's going to be must see TV. It's going to give everybody something to talk about. So business wise, oh man, this was a phenomenal move for the Lakers and their brand. A
Yeah, hell
phenomenal
yeah,
move.
hell yeah.
But just basketball wise, just thinking the game and trying to win
Mm-hmm.
is they
I
were
think,
they're number 5 in the West.
yeah. Mm-hmm. Somebody
And
said
this
you.
comes after Anthony Davis said we need more help down low, which was
Mm-hmm.
evident.
Mm-hmm. Yep. But you got to
So
remember, man. Here's something that they talked about. Remember, they talked all last season in the off season. Is LeBron gonna sign an extension? And remember, he didn't sign the extension, man. So guess what? He dragging his feet. He don't want to sign an extension.
yeah,
Okay, well, the Mavericks come calling. Hey, man, you want Luca? Oh yeah, that's perfect. Because if LeBron keep playing around, don't worry about it. We got his replacement right here. We can get his replacement. Anthony
yep,
Davis, yeah, we don't want. I'm sure they did not want to lose Anthony Davis, but you wasn't getting Luca without Anthony Davis. So
yep.
now
You're
you got
right
to
about
find
it.
your now you got to find your big. I mean, I don't know who's up for free agency this year. But maybe they'll be able to find a bid. Who knows?
Yeah, and
Or maybe they trade for
they're still
what's his
floating out.
name, Nurkic.
Yeah, out of Portland, right?
Suns, Phoenix.
Suns, Phoenix, yeah, Phoenix. Sorry.
Hmm. Hmm.
Um, so yeah, because they've been floating around the idea of Vucevic now going to LA. His name is still floating out there. They've talked about LeBron going to Golden State.
Hmm.
They've talked about Vooch going to Golden State. I don't want to see
I,
LeBron and Steph on the same team. I don't want to see
mm-mm.
that. Would piss me off. That
I
would
don't want to
legit piss
see.
me off.
I don't want to see. I don't think they want to see it. I don't.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Now Vooch to Golden State,
Oh my gosh.
dangerous.
Mm-mm.
Dangerous. And on my last show that I did a little over a month ago, before the season really took most of my schedule, I talked about that at the time. I said, if you bring in Vooch, who was a 19-10 guy, and
Mm-hmm.
insert him to the starting rotation for the Golden State Warriors,
Mm-hmm.
bruh.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Hey, now they got some. Now they working with something.
Because then Draymond does
Uh,
not have to guard the center anymore. It's the
right.
same thing they had with Bogut and when they had Zaza.
Yep.
Because then
Exactly.
you free Draymond up.
You
That's
free
not good.
Draymond up. Exactly. And he's gonna run the offense. And now you
Mm-hmm.
add in a 6'10", 6'11" big man that can also spread the floor.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. How you
Nasty.
gonna stop that? How you gonna
So you
how you
talk
because they're gonna throw the
how?
ball. They're gonna throw the ball to Vooch. Believe that. They're gonna run their offense
Hmm.
through Vooch because they know he can pass out of it. So let's say
Yep.
they need a bucket, right? They're gonna throw it down there. Are you gonna leave Vooch one on one? Or you gonna double him? If you double
Exactly.
him, if Buddy Hield and Curry out there, which one of them you leaving wide open?
Exactly.
And guess what? If you help late, it's over with. You know what I'm saying? And if they got Looney
Yeah.
out there on the backside, he cleaning up everything that Vooch ain't cleaning up.
Everything. He's a garbage man.
Hmm.
So
Yeah.
as a basketball fanatic, I would love to see Vooch go to the Golden State Warriors just because of
Hmm.
what I know, what you and I know their offense could be.
Yeah.
And I think they will really give Denver a run for their money.
Oh yeah.
Um, not
Because
just
then,
Denver, but
yeah, Jokic got to guard somebody.
yeah,
Jokic has to guard somebody. It's the same thing. Like, yes, I like Miami, but I knew they didn't stand a chance against Denver because I knew Jokic didn't have to guard nobody, so he could do what he wanted to do.
mhm,
Well, guess what? When he has to guard somebody like an MB, it's a different story.
yep,
It is not the same. He can't. Yes, he gonna still put up his number, but guess what? At the end of the game, look at his face. Look how exhausted he is.
he's
He
tired.
got he tired as hell. Now imagine
Yep,
he got to do that for 7 games. He got to He got to go down there and battle with Vooch for 7 games.
hmm,
Oh no, nah, bro, he gonna be exhausted. And guess
yeah,
what? I'm gonna run Jamal Murray, but off of 95 picks a game, cause he ain't guarding nobody either. And guess what? Them
nope,
legs gonna get tired, and that jumper gonna start falling short. Cause we seen it. That's what
hmm,
the Dallas. That's what Dallas did last year. What was the Dallas they lost to? Who was it they
yeah.
lose
They
to
lost to
last
that.
year?
No, they lost to
Who was that? Or maybe it wasn't Dallas. It was dang, who was
who did Dallas play in the Western
it? Dang
Conference
it.
Finals?
I
They
thought it
played the
was Denver.
Lakers.
Oh, the Lakers,
No,
yeah.
they lost to the Lakers.
Oh yeah, it's the same. Yeah, the Lakers ran
Hmm.
Jamal Murray through 75 picks a game.
Hmm.
Yeah. We okay. Yeah, you think you gonna get that jumper off? Nope. You finna your legs will be dead. Cause we
Yep.
know you ain't playing no defense. And yeah, that's the thing, is like a lot of people a lot of people forget. Yeah, these guys can go throw up 30, but who they guarding on the other end?
Hmm.
It's the same thing that is like, okay, a couple seasons, like when Miami was guard, like every time Miami plays Atlanta in the playoffs, Trey Young is terrible. Because why? Because they make his ass guard somebody. And they trapping him doing all that stuff. They making his like you ain't doing all that you doing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's good coaching. Like you gotta, yeah, yeah. You know me, you can talk basketball forever, man.
Forever, forever, and it'll be interesting. if that does happen,
Hmm.
uh, because the team that is built like that on the East is the Cleveland Cavaliers.
Yes, yes.
I don't see anybody beating them in the East, and it's showing right now. Those twin towers they got in Evan Mobley and Jared Allen.
Hmm.
The see this era of basketball where everybody's just shooting three pointers. You need rebounders because they're not going to hit all of those boards. So you
Hmm.
need glass cleaners, and they have that in Evan Mobley and Jared Allen.
Hmm.
You need to have a swing man that you can push the ball to on a fast break. They have that in
Exactly.
Karis LeVert, and they got that in the guards of Darius Garland and my man Donovan Mitchell, who is a
Hmm.
superstar. They have everything you need in a team to win right now.
Yep. Yep.
They are the most complete team in the East to compete with anybody on the West.
Yeah, they are. They are.
Them and Boston. Now, if Kristaps Porzingis is healthy,
Hmm.
Boston,
Boston's
that's the
tough.
key factor with Boston. If
Hmm.
KP is healthy, they'll
Exactly.
they'll give they'll give Cleveland Cavaliers a run for their money. But if KP is not healthy, it'll be interesting to see what happens, man.
I mean,
Between them
think about
two,
it. The Celtics would have swept Dallas had KP been healthy, or they would have
yeah,
won. They would have beat them 4-1.
yeah,
Yep. Because you can't. How do you stop them? Because Al Horford can go sit in the corner. KP can either play. He can play from 3-point line in. Then you got
yep,
Jason Tatum and Brown can get their shot when they want to. And then you got Drew
yeah,
Holiday out there checking, making Luka work 94 by 50. Like, how do you,
yep,
you know what I'm saying? And how you combat that? The same way, like you said. Now, Boston play Cleveland. You got to guard Garland, Donovan Mitchell, and like you said, Levert. If he get hot, he is like, good luck. You better have a fire
yeah,
extinguisher because that man is on fire. When he
yeah.
hot, good luck. I feel sorry for whoever guarding him because he about to give you 15
Mhm.
straight, and there's nothing you can do. And then you, like you said, Evan Mobley and Jared Allen down there cleaning up everything that they missing. So it's like, how do you know what I'm saying? That's gonna be a series. Like,
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? That's gonna be a series, and I like that. I like that basketball is kind of getting back to that because I was watching the Illinois Ohio State game earlier, and Illinois was losing, but then they just started just wiping Ohio State out on the glass, and it was over.
yep,
Over.
yep,
And all it is just they be boxing out and they aggressive. They go aggressive, especially offensive rebounding. It's the same thing with Cleveland. Like if you watch Cleveland, hey, they gonna wipe you out. They boxing you out and then they clean up everything. So if you don't have nobody that's willing to go in there and rebound, that's yeah, you're done. But that's
and that
again,
and
oh go ahead.
no, I was about to add on to that. My man out of Purdue, a lot of people that think he would be effective as he is,
Mm,
Zach
mhm,
Edey.
mhm,
See, a lot of people don't realize is that teams, like you said, Julius, teams are going back to that
mhm.
because you need it.
You do.
And this is why I kept telling people that Vooch was such a pivotal player for the Bulls, and people didn't understand what I was saying at the time. And now
I
it's showing.
understand. Mhm.
And now it's showing. You got that big man down low. You have two of them, bruh. You have
You
everything that you. Go ahead, bruh.
No,
Cause
I was
I
gonna
get
say you
excited.
ref. You think about it. You're seeing the change every week, right? With these young people, you're seeing
Hmm.
it. So of course you see the game differently. Like, I see it. I don't ref, but I coach. Like my last year when I was still in the Marine Corps, I coached my last year like twice, and I
Oh,
realized
nice.
like everybody just want to run down and shoot. Well, guess what? When them shots ain't falling, what you gonna do? What you gonna do? And a lot of teams just standing around, standing in the corners, like you said. So if you know your shot isn't falling and you got a premier big man like Vooch, go right down there to him. But the problem with the Bulls was they had nobody that can give them the ball consistently. Think about it. Kobe White is a terrible entry pass. Terrible. That
Yes.
man is horrible at it. Disgust. He pisses me off every time he's trying to throw it down there to Vooch. I'm like, bro, how as a point guard it drives me crazy. Like, how can you not throw an entry pass? I don't understand it. He makes me so mad. Like, oh my
Yeah.
god. He pisses me off so bad. But it's like y'all have this gem that you just have not been able to use consistently because you don't have people that know how to do a simple entry pass. And this is
Right.
why Cleveland is dominating. This is why Boston is dominating. This is why Jokic is dominating and why they dominated won the final. It's the same thing with Milwaukee when they won because they could throw it down to
Hmm.
Giannis. All you needed was somebody to throw it down to him. Guess what? Drew
That's all they
Holiday,
needed.
he come down there. Here you go. Simple pass. And then guess what?
Yep.
Now you got he picking his poison. And that's all it is. But a lot of people want to come out. Let's shoot 17 threes in a row. Don't worry about it. One of them gonna fall. Okay, well, you didn't have 4 chances to throw it down low to get a bucket. And that's why, like you said, you brought up Zach Edey. Yeah, he's playing okay now, but in the playoffs, guess what's gonna happen?
They gonna need
Y'all
him.
think y'all gonna think you can go one on one on him because he ain't really
Yep.
doing a whole lot in the season. He just doing. Guess what? In the playoffs, he's 7-4,
Yeah.
and in the playoffs, they know you. You know they're gonna let him play more physical. Cause what's gonna happen? He know he's been through that for 4 years,
Yeah.
so he gonna go down there and bucket foul, and then guess what? You got to start doubling. Guess who you leaving open? Jaren Jackson Jr., Desmond Bain, and then you got
Yep.
Ja out there doing what he want to do with the ball. Like
Yep.
Memphis is gonna be tough, man. People sleeping on him. All right, okay. Like you said,
Yeah.
Zach
It's
Edey. Zach Edey is the key, man.
yeah. And people don't realize you can teach shooting, you can teach ball handling, you can even teach a kid footwork, but you cannot teach size.
Nope.
You cannot do that. And there's a girl here in Norfolk Christian in Norfolk, Virginia, one of the schools that I've refereed at. She is already 6'9" as a junior. She has offers from University of Texas, Clemson,
Mm.
and I want to say Duke. I
Wow.
think Duke, but she's raw when it comes to offensive, her
Mm.
offensive game. But she's 6'9".
Yeah, you can't teach height.
We
Period.
can't teach that. And so it's the same thing when it comes to the pros. Yeah, you may go small. Billy Donovan be pissing
Mm-hmm.
me off with that small ball line. Oh my gosh, bro. Oh, it irritates my soul.
Mm-hmm.
But if you have a force down low, you need that. You know what
Mm-hmm.
I'm
You
saying?
do.
And
You
and
do.
and this is why I had preached for the Bulls to go after either a Jonas Valanciunas or
Mm-hmm.
Domantas Sabonis when they were available to pair them with Vooch
Mm-hmm.
when all those injuries happened, because that was part of the reason why I want us to retool the philosophy. You can incorporate those big men. Now you alleviate the the pressure on your guards and your swing men.
Mm-hmm.
Because now you got the offensive guy and Vooch, and then you have a defensive garbage man in Valanciunas and Sabonis, or even
Mm-hmm.
add another guy that's offensive like Jerry and Grant, who's also another 6'9" forward.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
it feels good to see basketball kind of going back to that,
It does.
because it was a necessity. Because if you look at everybody that has won, you take the
Mm-hmm.
Nuggets,
Mm-hmm.
the Celtics,
Mm-hmm.
the Bucks.
Yep.
What do they
Shoot,
all have in
everybody
common?
down low. The Lakers when
Down
they
low.
won. Who
Exactly.
dominated? Who dominated that series?
They
Yeah, I
had
know
Anthony
y'all gonna say
Davis and
LeBron.
Dwight Howard.
Anthony Davis dominated that series.
Yep.
LeBron, yeah, LeBron put his numbers up, but Anthony Davis is the reason they won. Period.
Yep.
Because Miami had no answer for him.
None
Because Bam had to
whatsoever.
guard. Because you got, like you said, Dwight Howard and Anthony Davis out there. Bam can only guard one person.
Yep.
Pick your
So
poison. It's like,
pick it. Pick
good
it.
luck. Good luck. Because a lot of these dudes can't, you know what I'm saying? But again, I like that basketball's getting back. Like you just said, it's enjoyable for me to watch. I'm starting to enjoy watching it again
Yeah.
because it's not a bunch of just shooting threes, shooting threes, shooting threes. It's like, bro, I don't want to see all that, man. I don't like none of
Right.
y'all is Steph Curry. It's one Steph Curry. That's it. Like, go to the
That's
hole.
it.
Come on, man. Get a basket. Like, it's
Right.
ridiculous,
And
man.
shout out to Shea Gilgeous Alexander and
Yes.
Zach Levine. and Demarcus, not Demarcus, but DeMar DeRozan for keeping the mid range alive because I want to give Zach Levine his props. He didn't
Mm-hmm.
develop a back to the basket game, and it is efficient.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I love it, man.
I've always said Zach is top 5 talent wise in the league. Period.
Yeah.
You argue with your mama. Zach, if you go down the list of what he can do damn near anything you want him to do.
Yep.
Problem
I
is
agree.
Zach, his ball handling can be suspect, and he's just not a good facilitator. Other than that, okay, good luck.
Yeah.
Better tie your shoes
I
up tight
agree.
because he finna kill you. If he
He
got a
gonna
point guard
kill
out
you.
there with, he's gonna kill you. He's
Yep.
gonna destroy you because you have nobody out there to guard him. And that, but it's like, think about it. Why Minnesota struggling? They let Cat go.
Mm-hmm.
Mhm. They let Cat
And
go.
they, yep. And they
I'm not a
brought
Cat
in,
fan, but you let Cat go.
yeah, he's effective.
He is.
He's effective, you know. And the
Mhm.
type of big that Rudy Gobert is, you need a guy beside him that can make up for what he doesn't have offensively.
He has nothing offensively.
Nothing.
Nothing. That man back. That man back to the basket game is atrocious. Oh my god, I can't stand Rudy Gobert, man.
Yeah.
God, and I love it in the playoffs when they be going isolating him, be like, all that defensive player of the year stuff going out the window. You get
Out the window.
exposed, homeboy,
Out the
getting
window.
exposed, and then he can't score. And it's funny because you see it, they like, oh yeah, we just let Rudy go 1-on-1 because he ain't scoring 30.
Nope.
No, he been turn around, throw some BS up towards the rim, and you like, we going the other way.
Yep.
So yeah.
So, hey, Julius, I appreciate you joining me, man, for this emergency pod. I normally try to do my shows on Thursdays, but like I said,
Mhm.
I've been roughing 6 days a week. The season is now in the home stretch. We got the playoffs picking up in about, I want to say, three weeks. And so
Mhm.
everybody is, the basketball is intense right now. We got the middle school playoffs, we got the varsity playoffs that's on the horizon. Then we have JV final season tournaments.
Mhm.
So it's a lot of basketball that I'm seeing right now. And
Mhm.
speaking of which, I want to shout out one of the guys that I follow. Him and I follow each other on Twitter. His name is Breland Moses. He is a
Mhm.
number one. At the time, he was a number one middle schooler in North Carolina, but now he's a freshman at Rocky Mount. I got to referee this kid over the
Mhm.
summer for an AAU tournament. He was already 6'4", Julius, in the 8th grade.
Damn.
He was already 6'4", jumping out of the gym. This kid was
Mhm.
doing East Bay dunks
Mm.
as an 8th grader. He already has offers from Wichita State, University of Cincinnati, University of Maryland, and another school in Milwaukee. I can't think of the name right now, but he is a top talent that
Mm.
when you see that name, just know he is the
He's
real
nice.
deal.
Mm.
And one of the local kids here in the
Sincere
757,
I heard him. Yeah.
Sincere Jones. I got to referee him. Um, it was early in the season. He's a 6'7" forward.
Mhm.
Offensive game is a little shaky, but his motor is
Yes.
undeniable.
That dude, he don't stop.
He does
I
not
saw
stop.
highlights of him. That dude is
Yeah,
oh my goodness. He is a
yeah,
monster animal.
he does. Yeah, he does not stop. Got
Mm-hmm.
great size, good defense. He got to work on his jumper though, because when you get to the next level, he is a commit to Virginia Tech. He is, so that's where he'll be playing at. You talking about the ACC?
Mm.
Everybody is about 6'7". So
Y'all better hope he don't get a jumper. Tell you that.
right. So, but I'm excited to see where he goes. So I just want to shout out those two guys because, like I said, I've seen them up close, got to referee them, and I'm excited for their future. And I can't think of the young lady's name who I refereed, who has the three offers from Clemson, Duke, and University of Texas. But I'll give her a shout out the next show. So
Yeah.
we got some good talent coming up, and we also had Bill Belichick in the area, man.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Bill Belichick was down here in Virginia. He was scoping out some of the local talents. We had three state football championships, all within the 757. So we had the Penn State head coach and Bill Belichick. They were all here checking
Mm-hmm.
out the talent. the past couple of weeks, so that was cool to have them in the area.
Yeah.
One of my partners, he actually got to meet Bill Belichick, and he said Bill is he's a nice guy, but it's all business. Like ain't that
Oh yeah,
much
he don't
small
play.
talk. He's like he said Bill was cool, but it's like, hey, where the players at? Let me go do my job. So
No, man. But no, I appreciate you having me on the show, man. Yeah, it's been great. I don't talk as much basketball as I would like to, but I enjoy
yeah,
it. You know what I'm saying? Especially when me and you get to talking. So I appreciate you having me on the show, man. Y'all make sure y'all follow Gregory on Twitter, on X. Yeah, he he's a real humble dude, man. But hey, congrats, man, on you continue to ascend in the reference ranks, man. That's awesome. Like it's awesome to see the work you putting in and you continue to keep going, man. And hopefully it'll take you to, one day maybe you'll be on a professional stage. That would be awesome. And then I
yeah,
can be
that's
like,
my
hey,
goal, man.
I
That's
can be,
my goal. So I can call you up and say, hey, Julius, I got these tickets for you, bro. Come
man,
enjoy
that would be
yourself.
awesome, man. Like bro, you don't even understand. Like it's awesome. I love to see people winning, especially people that really are really good, genuine peoples. And you're
Yeah,
one of those, man. And you have a lot of people that follow you, respect you. So it's
yeah.
always an honor, a pleasure to talk. We had an opportunity, man, and I'm happy for you, man.
Yeah,
Happy
same
for you.
here, man. I'm happy for you, bro. Being that family man, beautiful wife, beautiful children, and a
Appreciate it.
veteran, the United States Marine Corps. So you're a devil dog, and as a
Hmm.
corpsman, you guys got a special place in my heart. Because I worked directly with you guys for a short period of time. So
Oh yeah,
you
y'all like
always
us.
want to, yeah, yeah, for real. So
Yeah, y'all with us, man.
you're a breath of fresh air when it comes to Bears Twitter because you're knowledgeable of the game, and you can also have discussions and not get crazy. We got a lot of trolls out here on these social media streets, man. So it's always I love to see you talk ball. I love to see Elise talk ball because you guys actually know what y'all talking about and looking at, man. So
Hey,
yeah,
that's
everybody
that's
follow
them.
Julius.
Yeah,
Yeah, everybody follow Julius, man, because you would definitely learn a lot. Because I definitely learned a lot listening to him and the Lee's talk ball, man. And shout out to all those other Bears podcasts that are out there as well. We had the Bear Down Chicago report. I hope I'm
hmm
saying that name right. But they gave out their final episode, so I hate to
yeah,
see them go
yeah.
because they always gave out good content. But we still have some great Bears podcasts out there. We
Hmm.
still have some great Bulls podcasters out there. So please give them a follow. So until next time, I'm making it
Yeah.
my duty. Like I said, I got some fire shows lined up. I got a special guest coming up soon.
Mm.
I'll make
I
an
can't wait to see
announcement
who
when
that
I
is.
get it.
Yeah,
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting. I'm excited for that one. So, but we are in the talks right now. We're gonna get a date set. So
yeah. Make sure y'all
until then,
following the Ray's Juke Joint. You know what I'm saying?
yes,
And Elise and Isaiah, they both on Twitter. Like, if you
yes,
want to know about the combine, scouting, and all that, hey, they know. Hey, I'm not. I'm blessed because I get to talk with them and I've learned from them. So I know because they have helped me along with Coach T and other people. But yeah, like it's fun talking with people that really want to talk sports and not just fanatics. Like like you said, yeah, we all
yeah,
fanatics, but
right,
it's good to know the ins and outs of the game that you love or you love watching instead of just talking about stats and all that, because that gets boring. You know what
yeah,
I'm saying? Like
yeah. It
it's
gets
just
very boring.
to me, to the people that we talk to, yeah, it's boring to us. Some people like that. I don't know because we
Yeah,
just talked about a whole bunch of different stuff basketball, and we ain't really bring up stats. Really, we just talk about
right,
how the game should be played that we feel. So,
right. So
mhm.
yeah, man. So I want to thank you guys for tuning in to the Refs Call show. I will be doing another show very soon. Now that football is over, we can focus on basketball now. So you guys have a great night, and y'all be
Yep.
easy. And until next time,
Peace out, y'all.
peace.